Well, it's gotten pretty active here lately, hasn't it, for our weather? Lots to pay attention to, not just the severe potential, but also rainfall potential, wind potential, temperatures coming down, and the potential for some snow in some of the higher elevations. Let's get to it and start you off, first of all, though, with an elevated risk of some thunderstorms developing. They're possible everywhere in green, but severe weather is certainly possible, and it's elevated back over the plateau. So those in Cumberland County, also northward to Fentress County, we have a potential some of those storms could still drop tornadoes. They have been back to the west of us, and they will continue to be threatening through around midnight tonight, 11 p.m. Central Standard Time for those out over the plateau. There is a wind advisory, and that's going to be through Sunday because of the potential for very strong wind, about 20 to 25 mile an hour gusts associated with some of these storms. Could be greater than that. Individual ones could produce gusts 60 to maybe 70 miles an hour at times. In the meantime, here is showing you proof that these have been severe back to our west. Multiple tornado spottings and damage. And we also have had multiple hail damage reports too. And we also have wind damage. No flooding, but we have a potential for flooding because of the amount of rainfall we could get, mainly in some urban and small stream type flooding. Wind gusts, very high on the likelihood for the mountains. For the rest of us, a moderate risk for that. Localized flash flooding, certainly a potential. And a tornado, also hail, even though it's less of a threat, has a potential too, although we're thinking it'd be smaller hail if you do see that. 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. is a timeline for when it's going to move into the red area, so that's primarily for the plateau. For the valley, we're talking 10 o'clock through 1 a.m. and then afterwards for the mountains back toward our east as it continues to traverse in that direction. Temperatures will be falling. These are forecast highs, and what I'm really showing you here is for the day on Sunday is the maximum temperature you'll have for that period of 24 hours for Sunday. So 59 degrees, probably closer to midnight when we get that temperature, and a lot of folks will be having temperatures at midnight warmer than they will be for the afternoon. You can see the coolness coming in from the west as temperatures fall, and our wind chill will start to make it feel even colder. Wind chill values anticipated about 3 to 5, maybe 6 degrees cooler than the actual temperature as long as that wind is kicking up. 39, that's what it'll feel like, and this is Sunday, 7 p.m. And a lot of folks will be feeling like freezing. Temperatures will be dropping to below freezing for this week for a couple of days. Here's that line as it was building back to the west of us and extended all the way down Louisiana and further south into Texas. So that's a pretty strong line. Here's our futurecast showing you the timeline. Couple of storms possible. If you look at 9 o'clock and the line is still back toward Jamestown, it will continue to drive our way to where some heavy downpours will be coming in. Could be some thunder and also that risk of a tornado or two, and we'll definitely let you know if anything severe happens, especially. Make sure you have a way to inform you throughout the night in case you're sleeping and we get some severe weather. It's good to have a weather radio or the app to be able to warn you of any impending severe weather headed your way. Rainfall will continue through Sunday. We're going to have spotty showers off and on throughout the day. Estimations, now these are estimations in general, because if you get a storm dumping an inch, 2 inches of rain on you, and you get more showers throughout the day on Sunday, your rainfall totals may be heightened. But in general, anywhere between about 1.5 inches, it looks like, to 2 inches of rain. Some folks just a little more than that. Forecast snow? Well, none over the plateau or in the valley, but the mountains. We could have some forcing that causes some snow, and a couple of inches of snow possible at a little bit lower elevations, about 3,000 feet or above primarily. 54 degrees, that'll be our temperature in the morning. We're going to be at 59 at midnight and then drop and continue to drop throughout the day with periods of showers. Weather impact day throughout the entire day, and then Monday, we're going to be much cooler. Highs in the 40s, lows down below freezing for several days to come. Our temperatures will warm back to the 50s as we get some sunshine return for the rest of the week. You have a good weekend and be careful. I'll see you again.